What the fuck is Kevin doing? What is he doing? When is this motherfucker retiring? Seriously. What is it? He just had a birthday, right? What is he? What did he turn? 65? I think he might have turned 65 this year. So if he turns 65 this year, he's got one more year left, right? And then he's going to start collecting Social Security by the time he's 60. What? He's got a year left.
Right.
And what he's going to do for his last year?
God,
what is he going to do?
I never realized
He wants to
that.
reunite me and Pat because he thinks it would be interesting.
I think he knows what he's going to do for his show.
And then what?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So what? You can make a bunch of money and then wash your hands of it and then go on to the next thing while I have to fucking simmer in it? That's your plan? You think that's gonna work because you want everybody to go with the current.
Right.
Motherfucker, you help decide the current. That's the thing. You can't be in it and you can't have one foot in it and then take your what's a better analogy? You can't be like steering the boat and then take your hands off the wheel and go, no, this is what the crowd wants. Okay. All right. So you go into a room full of rowdy drunkie. You go, okay, it's Friday Night Late Show. They're drunk. Let me just give them what they want. That's what you're doing right now. For what? For what? Yeah. Instant gratification. That's what you want right now. You want instant gratification that's going to pay you for one day. You're not going to get maybe 2 days. Maybe people will be talking about it the next day.
Right.
Okay. And then what? You've invited a fucking parasite back into the community. Great. And you're going to say, oh my God, dude. And you're going to say it has nothing to do with you because you're Larry King. I'm Larry King. All I do is open the door for parasites. That's what Larry King did, right?
Right.
Larry King before he retired. Yeah.
Yeah,
he had on all those NFL players that beat women because he wanted to get their side of the story. Okay, that makes sense. Mike Wallace. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, I know. It feels it kind of. I know if I'm in your shoes, Felicia, it feels like okay. So I went like if I was Felicia and I said this, I mean, okay, I went this, there, and that. I went everywhere when it came concerning my previous relationship, and it's like I know I totally hear you, Felicia. Do you want to reopen these old fucking doors as well? Because you know you were in the thick of it. So, you know, I have nothing to say really when it comes to any sort of symbiotic relationship with anybody.
Can you like shut up?
Yeah. Also, push back on me. I don't want you to disagree with me. I want you to literally tell me whatever you think. I don't care. Push back, like the 80, like no, $1,500. He offered 1,000, and then Gustav's gonna throw in 5. So for $1,500, I'm gonna go and take it to the court of public opinion with Pat Dixon when there's already been an order of protection served, right. And he has a track. What are we doing? What are we doing? You're not Larry King. You're Jerry Springer. What the fuck, dude?
Do you think Kevin Brennan still holds some weird like warmth in his heart for
bros before hoes, dude? That's how it goes.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that too.
Bros before hoes, man.
And
Who
Kevin
gives
Brennan.
a fuck?
Kevin Brennan has said over the last year, I mean, you know, in the solo shows, he has said like, yeah, I remember the good times between me and Pat. Yeah, I remember that. And he was getting all sentimental about it. So he was getting sentimental about Gino a year before Gino all of a sudden, well, Keanu, you know, and Gino
Why
by
wouldn't
proxy.
he do that? Somebody suggested why, but what about Gino and Pat? He said no. Why not? Yeah. Why not?
That would be a better conversation. I agree, Felicia. I think why not have...
It might not. It wouldn't be as juicy.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows, you know, what happened, and they saw that there's video footage, and Gina's forgiven Pat at this point.
Yeah, right. And Pat has kind of said, "Oh, I'll
take risks," he says. You got to take risks, Felicia, in your career if you want to be an entertainer. How about I take a risk by sticking to my fucking morals and integrity? How about I do that? Isn't that a risk, especially in this community What do you want
Yes.
to do? You want to give the crowd what they want. How many people in this crowd, which by the way, come on, this is Anthony Cumia runoff. This is Anthony Cumia runoff. So how many people you're going to give the people what they want? Okay. So a lot of these people who don't give a fuck about this, they're not on my side, which is fine. But still, a lot of these people who don't get it are either abusers themselves who don't understand that they're abusers, or they've been abused to the point that they don't understand they've been abused. That's it. Those are the only two people in the category that would actually take the side of this person. So you want
Right.
me to go up against this guy who is a master manipulator while you sit there and play Larry King or Mike Wallace. And you
Right.
go, and then what? You go, oh, I'm going to set it up to where she'll win. How's that going to work? That's not going to work. The only thing these people care about is who's funnier. That's all. Showbiz PTSD is one of my favorite MLC episodes. I don't know if you remember that one. I remember going back and listening to the old episodes, and the title is Show Business PTSD. And
Oh,
he's
I'm
talking
looking
about
for it.
how everybody in show business is a fraud. They're fake. They're full of shit. That's his brand. And then you're going to go and do the thing that you hate. Okay, that's your retirement year. That's what you're doing.
Right.
Okay, we got it. We got it.
Yeah, it did feel, and honestly, Felicia, I think it would. I think this idea from Kevin would have happened a lot sooner if Pat didn't lose his channel. I think he was kind
It
of.
would have. Yeah.
It would have happened by July of last year. You
Yeah.
know, but the way things are changing, and I mean, even the last year, I even posed the question to Pat. I'm like, if Kevin Brennan sent you the link out of the blue, what would you do? He's always said every time that I asked him that, he would say he would turn the link down.
He wants it now. He
Oh, I
wants it
heard
now
that.
because he wants that money.
He's on
This guy
YouTube.
is using your entire audience. So you're
hmm
just gonna be like, well, this is the way the current is going. Okay, you fucking trailblazer. That's what you're a trailblazer, but now you're gonna go the way the current is going in your last year.
Right.
Okay, then you're out of steam. What do you have left? This is what I'm trying to tell him when I go, what happened? Did you go to the doctor? And the doctor was like, Kevin, you have high blood pressure or something. You need to not be as angry. And all these people come on and he's just like, oh, okay, whatever. And it's like not the same as it used to be, right?
Right. Right.
I'm the part of the fan base that appreciates the show because he approaches things with common sense. This is why
hmm
he's the most popular podcaster in the community, because he has the most common sense and logic out of anybody else. So
Right.
what is he doing? You got to give the crowd what they want. That's a fucking sellout. You're a
Pretty much.
sellout. What
The internet works in mysterious ways, Pat Nixon.